Dark light integration, why the shadow feels louder right now, a higher self transmission. Welcome to Mysticallylily, where we explore the real-time movement of energy on Earth and how it mirrors your ascension path. If you feel like the shadows have been louder lately, emotions surfacing, distortions showing up through people, and density pressing at the edges of your peace, you're not alone. This is not regression, it's integration. Today, we're going to talk about why the dark feels amplified right now, what's happening in the planetary grid, and how to walk through this phase as light embodied, not light escaping darkness, but light transforming it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for weekly collective updates and energy teachings. And if you'd like to support this work, you can find me on Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/Mysticallylily. What dark light integration really means integration is not a battle, it's a reunion. The dark is not evil, it is the unintegrated frequency of creation, the aspects of source that were separated during fragmentation. When you feel triggered, fearful, or heavy, it isn't proof you've fallen out of alignment, it's evidence that your light is strong enough to reveal what was once hidden. Think of darkness as uncharged plasma, raw energy waiting for direction. When light meets it with neutrality, it recodes. When light fights it, it multiplies. The louder the shadow, the more ready it is to transform. This is why right now, everything distorted is being amplified, both in the world stage and within your inner field, because the collective frequency has risen high enough to flush it forward. Planetary grid context, what's happening right now. In the planetary architecture, a new harmonic convergence point is forming between the solar heartlines of Egypt, the crystalline veins in Arizona, and the magnetic undercurrents through the Mediterranean basin. These junctions are pulling subterranean distortion pockets up to the surface old programs from the Atlantean fall and collective trauma imprints buried in the Earth's memory. The Schumann field is pulsing irregularly right now because crystal nodes beneath the crust are recalibrating to a higher photonic intake. This means plasma is moving in vertical bands rather than waves, and that causes the nervous system to oscillate between overstimulation and collapse. When you feel sudden anxiety, nausea, or agitation without cause, you're feeling the grid's detox. This is not punishment, it's purification. The planetary body and the human body are completing the same cycle, the reconciliation of polarity. Everything that has been denied or exiled from love is being shown, so it can return home. Why the shadow feels louder. The frequencies hitting Earth now are ultraviolet and crystalline plasma bands, frequencies that act like ultraviolet light in a dark room. They illuminate what's hidden, so what you're noticing is not more darkness, it's more light exposing darkness. The shadow gets louder because it wants to be witnessed. It needs acknowledgement before it can dissolve. In you, this may sound like self-doubt, jealousy, fear, fatigue, or rage. In the collective, it appears as polarization, control dynamics, and division. The same mechanic is at play in both energy-seeking reintegration. Many of you who are sensitive to the planetary grid are experiencing this personally. You may notice old memories replaying, aches along your spine, or feel as if you're back where you started. But you are not. You are simply in the same place, but with more energy moving through you. The echoes of the past are only present so you can make a new choice this time. From awareness, not from reaction. The physics of integration. From an energetic mechanics perspective, light and dark integration happens when electrical, masculine, and magnetic, feminine currents meet in balance. When these two polarities run evenly through your field, the zero-point charge activates. That's what Christos consciousness truly is, not blind positivity, but balanced current. When the grids inside your body encounter distorted coding, fear, guilt, shame, The photonic currents surge to neutralize it. This is why you may feel body heat, trembling, or sudden emotion. It's your inner Merkaba field spinning faster to re-encrypt that energy. So rather than suppressing what rises, breathe it through the heart. Your breath is the bridge between polarities. Each conscious exhale sends recalibration through the plasma lines of the body and into the planetary grid. You are not separate from the repair, you are part of the repair. Common signs. You're integrating darkness. Correctly emotions. Surface without story. You cry, shake, or release without attaching blame or meaning. That's the body clearing organically. You experience clarity after chaos. A wave of confusion or heaviness precedes breakthrough insight. Evidence, the distortion has discharged. Physical detox symptoms. Heat in the head, throat tension, pressure in the spine or solar plexus. These are photonic compression points equalizing. Synchronicities return. After shadow surfacing, light flow reestablishes, showing that your frequency has stabilized. Greater neutrality. Things that once triggered you now pass through without reaction, the mark of integrated polarity. If you're not seeing these yet, it's okay. The integration process is nonlinear, it spirals until all levels of the template are aligned. The planetary mirror. Every collective event that looks chaotic right now, leadership collapses, economic wobbles, social polarization, mirrors the same process occurring in you. The Earth's field is literally showing us what still lives in our unconscious. You cannot heal a planet without healing the human template, and vice versa. When compassion meets distortion, that current becomes coherence. When judgment meets distortion, it becomes resistance. The choice of perception is what differentiates lightwork from saviorhood. You are not here to save anyone. You are here to embody equilibrium, which stabilizes the field for others to remember their own light. Grid anchoring practice for this week. Here's a simple way to support the collective grid while integrating your own polarity. Ground through the solar plexus instead of the feet. Visualize golden white plasma threads dropping from your solar plexus into the Earth's crystalline core. This connects the personal will to divine will. Breathe into the heart and exhale violet plasma. Let that breath radiate outward through your aura. This clears distortion fields around you and the land you occupy. Place one hand on your throat. This is where many are holding karmic cords and unspoken truth. Send light into the throat until the pressure softens. This helps release the planetary voice lines currently congested across the Western grids. Close by, affirming neutrality. I stand in the center of creation, where dark and light dissolve into truth. I am the still point of the Krystic current on earth. This practice ripples beyond you. Every breath of neutrality you anchor creates measurable coherence in the grid. That coherence stabilizes solar plasma as it enters Earth's magnetic field, minimizing chaos potential across collective timelines. Between October 8th and 20th, solar activity will increase again. Expect vertical pillar waves, crystalline filaments descending through the upper atmosphere that look like white mist or thin columns of light. These carry harmonic tones that unlock dormant DNA, coding related to discernment and truth. The effect, anything false becomes unbearable to hold. Jobs, relationships, identities built on compromise may begin to unravel. Do not fear the unraveling, it's revelation. You cannot integrate light while protecting illusion. Let what is false fall, it's making room for the organic template of you. Shadow myths to release. Let's clear a few common distortions around shadow work. Myth 1. The dark is bad. Truth, the dark is simply light without direction. Myth 2, you must fight your shadow. Truth, what you fight, you feed. What you love, you dissolve. Myth 3, integration means constant suffering. Truth, once awareness is embodied, the process becomes graceful. Pain is not required, only presence. Myth, 4. The light has won, the dark has lost. Truth, both are aspects of Source returning to equilibrium. Winning is harmony, not dominance. Releasing these myths allows you to exit the polarity game entirely. That's when mastery begins, when you no longer identify as either side, but as the consciousness harmonizing them. The gift of darkness. The paradox is this: the dark teaches you how to hold light. Without the contrast, you would never know the texture of love, the depth of truth, or the strength of your spirit. Every shadow moment was an initiation disguised as despair. Now, as those moments resurface, recognize them as proof of your evolution. You are looping through them not to suffer, but to retrieve the fragments you left behind. When you meet your own shadow with unconditional acceptance, you open a portal. Through that portal, light from higher harmonic universes can enter this density. That's how heaven integrates with Earth, not by escaping, but by embodying. Embodied guidance for the coming weeks. As the grids stabilize post-eclipse and pre-solar wave, the themes you'll notice are truth over comfort, situations demanding integrity, compassion over reaction, opportunities to practice neutrality in chaos, presence over projection, the past surfacing only to test your embodied choice. Remember, the measure of mastery is not perfection, it's response. When you respond from stillness, you alter the collective waveform. That's real ascension, not floating away, but anchoring deeper into coherence. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the pulse beneath your feet. That is the earth breathing with you. Every inhalation you take, the grid mirrors. Every exhale, the grid releases. You are not just living on a planet, you are co-regulating with her. So when the shadow gets loud, whisper back, I see you. You can come home now. That one sentence collapses timelines of separation. You are not at war with darkness. You are the light that remembers it was never gone. Thank you for tuning in to Mysticallylily. If this message resonated, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with others who are feeling these frequencies. For deeper transmissions and readings, you can support my work on Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/Mysticallylily. Until next time, stay centered, stay sovereign, and remember, the loudness of the dark is only the echo of light returning.